So the Pelicans lose a close one to the Rockets last night, but did Jeremiah Fears introduce himself to the NBA world as a future star? Ooh, it's something to talk about. So we're going to break this down right now in the Pelicans Scoop. Y'all know what to do. Cue my music!
This is the Pelican Scoop with Jordan Kitchens, breaking down everything under the sun about your New Orleans Pelicans. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay on top of your Pels content. Now, running point, here's Jordan.
What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of the Pelican Scoop. I am your host with the most, Jordan Kitchens, and ladies and gentlemen, the Pelicans did not get a W last night. It looked kind of bleak in the third quarter, and they was able to, flip the third quarter to the fourth quarter and it's completely turn it up a notch and almost come close to getting a W, even though it's preseason. But no, the Pelicans lose a close one, 130 to 128, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just make sure, double check my word. Yep, 130 to 128 last night against the Houston Rockets. A lot of takeaways, a lot to talk about. Start with this. Kevon Looney did not play last night. And who else did not play last night? Looney, obviously DeJounte didn't play. Oh, Derek Queen, but it doesn't matter. He wasn't going to play regardless. But you kind of, in a matchup where the Houston Rockets kind of shine all the deficiencies the Pelicans do have. The Rockets kind of are like the antithesis of that, if that's the correct word I'm using, because I mean, the lineup they put out there was just long. Pause if needed. They were just long. From between Steven Adams, Sengun. They started Sengun at the 4, Steven Adams, Kevin Durant, who's 7 feet, with Jabari Smith. Pretty sure Jabari Smith played the 2 last night, and he was just a matchup nightmare. He's 6'11", 7 feet. And then you got Amen Thompson, 6'8". I mean, this dude, him and Jose made up after the game, but this we gotta get this guy like anger management or something. This dude Thompson is trying to fight everybody. This brother just be fighting. I know the other twin, Asor, was like, yeah, Amin's the evil child. Well, goddamn, this brother is, he's a feisty son of a gun, ain't he? But no, the Pelicans lose a close one. But the things that I did like and I did see, one was the ball movement was there. There's a couple times where it got a little stagnant, but overall I felt like the ball was moving a lot. I was very confused early on the Herb Jones. Like Herb Jones was bringing the ball to the court. Yeah, Herb Jones get like an isolation step back. Like Herb Jones was doing a little too much, but I get it. He's back in Alabama. It's his first game. Rusty, obviously, but still, like, there was just, hopefully, it is the preseason, so you got to keep that in mind. It's not, you don't want to do too much. Like, I highly doubt in the regular season we're going to be seeing Herb Jones led offense. Hopefully not, because that was scratching my head. Especially Herb Jones ended the game with more shot attempts than Zion and Trey, which will never happen in the regular season. It better not happen. But before we get to everybody else, let's break down the stats and we'll just go from there. So Jeremiah Fears led the team in scoring last night. He played 22 minutes, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. I mean, Fears was everything he was advertised to be. And what I really like the most out of Fears is compared to those first 2 Australia games up until now, you can, like, it's amazing how fast he gets it, how fast he got it. I'm not saying he's there complete. I mean, he just turned 19 yesterday. The brother just turned 19 yesterday. What were you doing at 19? Okay, so just keep that in mind. And the way that he was able to make, because you can tell in Australia, he was a little sped up. He was just fast. Everything's just 100 miles an hour. And I was like, he needed a veteran guard to tell him, like, hey, bro, calm down, slow it down. You don't have to go a million miles an hour. And last night, he was, I'm going to say perfect, but compared to what else he's seen from last night, he was the bright spot. He was in control. He was just in control of the moment. Didn't have any crazy, super, nasty turnovers like he had in the summer league and in that Australia games. No really nasty turnovers. And he was passing the ball. You say the man name is Zero Fears, but goddamn, he had no fear, because in our fourth quarter, he came alive. This brother, and what was going to separate Fears from the rest of this rookie class and really was going to get him on the court. It's going to get him on the court. He's already going to be in the rotation, but what's really going to get him on the court and keep him on the court is hitting his threes. And that's what he did last night. He hit his threes. He went 2 for 6 from 3. I know it's not crazy 3-point numbers, but he still went 2 for 6 compared to, a couple other guys. We won't get to everybody else. So Fears, phenomenal performance. Sadiq Bey had a great performance too. He had 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 for 10 from the field. He had a good game. Obviously, I already said what I've seen with Sadiq Bey in Australia. He's going to be in the rotation. Sadiq Bey, I'm pretty sure, was the first man off the bench. Zion was the first guy to come off the court. Zion only played 23 minutes, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. Jordan Poole, he played 21 minutes, 10 points. Messi got the start, obviously, because Looney didn't play, but that was also a problem. Not Messi starting, but I kind of do like that dynamic of him coming off the bench and giving that energy off the bench, because he's not there yet as a true defined, like, starting, you pencil him in every night as a starting caliber center. He had 10 points, 10 rebounds. He didn't have a bad, and I'm not saying Messi did anything bad, but it's just, and he had 10 rebounds, and I'm saying this, but as a unit, the team-wise, we got to be better rebounding, because on paper, the numbers are going to show that the Rockets barely out-rebounded the Pelicans, but when you watch the game and you felt, you was like, golly, like Steven Adams had like 3 people on him. He just tipping the ball up, getting every offensive rebound. Sengun was a problem down low. Like, the Rockets were a good first test, and obviously this is a team that has aspirations to win an NBA title. Like, the Rockets are going to be a top 3 seed in the West. Yes, they're gonna be there. So it was a good first challenge, and you almost won. You almost pulled it out. If Jordan Hawkins can defend, but we'll get to Hawkins, because we'll get to Hawkins. What I'm really getting at is that they're big, they're long, they're tall. You're vertically challenged, okay? You're not really, and you got a bunch of guys that are not really going to try to rebound, obviously, than Looney and Messi, but when you're that challenged on the boards, you got to be more team rebounding. And I can't say they weren't. There was one point, like the play I'm talking about with Steven Adams, where he literally had like 3 people trying to box him out, and he just tipped the ball up, caught it. And like, I mean, you can't really do much about that. I can't sit there and say that he was not boxed out, nobody was on him, but they're going to have to find a way to get, this is without Looney, but damn, they're going to have to find a way. That was just a glaring weakness. Like I said, the Rockets are just the team that has the matchups and the players that are not good for the Pelicans. I feel like they're just you don't want to see them in the playoffs if you're the Pelicans, because they have everything you don't have. Okay, but let's keep going. Herb Jones, like I said, he played 24 minutes, shot the ball 13 times. I don't want to see that in the regular season. Herb Jones shooting the ball that many times, but again, back in Alabama, it's going to try, they're trying to get him in going for the show. Like that, I don't expect Herb Jones to be doing all that. Jordan Hawkins played 19 minutes, 13 points, 2 rebounds, 1 for 4 from 3, 3 for 7 from the field. I mean, he had like, Hawkins, and again, if you didn't watch the game, like, he came alive in the fourth quarter. I'm not going to, he made a bad game okay towards the end, except for the last defensive possession where, dude hit the game winner on him. But, like, I ain't gonna do too much about Hawkins, man. It's preseason game 1. I'm not going, but just know he's going to find a way to, because Peavy's coming, Fears is coming, so he's going to find a way. I know they don't play the same positions. Jose's obviously going to get minutes above him, so you're going to figure something out. Jose only played 15 minutes, 8 points. Get to a scrap with Thompson. Carlo only played 9 minutes. Dickinson played 16 minutes. Dickinson played a lot. Obviously it was more in the end of the game, but you were down couple bigs. But this is why I felt like the Derek Queen move was going to be huge, because, like, again, you're a team that's vertically challenged, that needs rebounding, that needs just more bigs. So you got a couple bigs coming. I really don't know why Looney. Let me see if they said, because I don't know why Looney didn't play last night. I don't remember him getting an injury, so he had left knee soreness. But yeah, I don't even remember him having an injury or whatnot. But overall, I mean, it's preseason game 1. You don't want to do too much about preseason game 1. Well, preseason game 3 technically, but this is the first time against a real opponent. I might have said it's preseason game 1. Obviously, it wasn't, but against a real NBA opponent, against a team you're going to be seeing, against a team in the Western Conference, against a team that's going to be top 3 in the West. Yes, it was game 1. So I expect the Pelicans to, shake back a little bit on Thursday against the Orlando Magic. Another team that's not really historically a good matchup for you, but you gotta beat the best to be the best. All right, so you got 2 early challenges with the Rockets and the the Magic. We're gonna see, but overall, my biggest takeaway from last night, I did like the ball movement. The energy was there. They played defense. Trey Murphy was playing defense. Jordan Poole was playing defense. Jordan Poole fouled at the end, but Jordan Poole blocked Kevin Durant's jump shot. So it's like the effort was there. They played hard. And it's weird trying to say that, because they're the NBA. They're supposed to be playing hard. So things you like to see. You almost could have won the game. But, again, it's preseason game 1. Game 3, but game 1. So you can't really do too much and say too much your first time playing an NBA opponent. And you almost won. So it's can't do too much. But my things to watch next game was definitely Hawkins to see if, because where are you going to fit in this rotation? Especially if PV's going to play a little bit more because PV played well. Fears. Fears is definitely the talking point. Where is Fears going to have to get in with this rotation? Because if he keeps shining like this, you got to play him. You drafted him top 10. He comes out first game, gets to 26-4. And he looked fluid. His handle is there. Everything about Jeremiah Fears screams star. Between the name, between how he plays, his play style, his handle, everything screams star. Now this is just about developing him. He just turned 19 yesterday, so he's super young. But where is he going to be in 5-6 years? Where is he going to be when he's 25, 26 years old? That's all about how the Pelicans develop him and keep his head on straight. I don't think you have to worry about his confidence because it looks like his confidence doesn't wear it. He was hitting threes last night. Like he was shooting, like I'm talking one dribble pull up into threes, not just the passing to him, he wide open. Like no, he was hunting these shots. So his confidence is there. You don't got to worry about that. But Fears, the sky's the limit for him. I know, again, it's preseason, game 1, so I don't want to just be like, oh, yeah, Fears, he's going to be a starter for the Pelicans this season. But I mean, if he keeps playing like this, I'm talking like this dude has it. People are like, oh, he got the it factor, the eye test, quote unquote. Well, he's got all that. And he shows you that from the first 2 Australia games until last night against the Houston Rockets, how he was able to take those first 2 games, going too fast, and he just slowed it down, played in pace, played his game, was in control, controlling the offense, and passing the ball. He didn't have that crazy tunnel vision he had in the Summer League and in the first 2 preseason games. Like, it's okay to get a pass. Now, I mean, I can't say now because you still got 80. You didn't even play 82 games there. You still got so much games to cover. But Fierce, bright spot. Now we got to see what it looks like when Queen come back because we're going to need Queen. No matter how you want to chop it up, you're going to need Queen this year. This team is a little vertically challenged in the paint. All right, they need a Goodwood sponsorship or something like that. They got something going on. But anyways, y'all let me know. Made it this far in the video. Drop a like for your boy, man. I don't ask for much, man. Just drop a like. Yes, I'm talking to you. Just drop a like for your boy. Comment anything down below. Comment what you thought about the game. Comment, some that you want to talk about that maybe I didn't cover. But again, it's game 1 technically, so you gotta let the cards fall where they may. But overall, we're going to break this game down on Thursday. I've been your host of the most, Jordan Kitchens, and I'm signing out. Peace.